I only have to be God. I only have to be perfect. Never seen the righteous be forsaken. Have never seen the righteous be forsaken. Islam. While I wait for my guests to come over here on TikTok, I'm going to finish reading to you guys something I was reading on Friday that came out of the Declaration of Independence. It is the Declaration of Independence. So I wanted to finish reading it because as we continue to learn about this energy that we are in right now with the different planets and how the retrograde is going and the things going on in government, everything is playing a role everything is playing a role in everything at this point. You know what I'm saying? Um, so we need to see it from all aspects, not only mundane, but we got to go esoterically. We got to make sure we're knowing the way this government was set up, how these laws are, and really how we got in this. Because as we can all know, upon further examination, we've put ourselves in these situations that we really could have got ourselves out of if we just stuck together as a unit. Islam. So I want to go into these because I had spoke on some of them earlier, but now I'm gonna go down where I start breaking down what's in this Declaration of Independence. So such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations. Usurpation, stuff somebody took. All having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. Now, this is the Declaration of Independence. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance, unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained. And when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. So I'm going to say this, states meaning people, because we tell them what to do. They don't tell us what to do. We the people. That's why we are really the ones that run the government. So when we're looking at it, it says he, because it's something we did. This is what we've done. The he, the we, the he, the we. We've done this because we've allowed the government to come in and just take over everything and never correct them on it. Never say, hey, nah, enough is enough, and we about to just shut it down. So as we can read through this and as we see through this, where we've been a part of these big mistakes too and not holding people accountable when we're the ones that put them where we put them, supposedly. Or even if we're not the ones, we have enough power in numbers to correct what's wrong. Even if it is a so-called electoral, still the people are over that electoral. The people can still control that electoral if we learn how to stick together. But these are things that we're not doing. Not just the people we have in power, but the things that we're not doing as a people. So we need to be held accountable for these things also. As I said, is she not here yet? Islam. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained. And when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with mainly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. Right? He has refused for a long time, after such dissolutions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise. The state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions within. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states, for that purpose obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new apparitions of lands. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amount and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. He has kept among us in times of peace standing armies without the consent of our legislators. He has affected to render the military independent of the superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledgeable by our laws, giving his assent to their acts of pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in the neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government and enlarging its boundaries, so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our governments, for suspending our legislators and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burnt our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the works of death, desolation, and tyranny already begun with the circumstances of cruelty and perfidy, scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages, and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. Trying to wait for you, Sister Shonda, wherever you are. He has constrained our fellow citizens, taken captive on the high seas to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections amongst us, and has endeavored to bring on inhabitants of our frontiers, the merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is the undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act, which may define a tyrant, is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting inattentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislator to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity. And we have, I'm gonna have to look up that word, y'all, because I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna look that up because that's a word I need to look that up. And we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, because they have usurped everything from us, everything. And this is the Declaration of Independence, y'all. This is what this is. This is the Declaration of Independence. Islam. This is the Declaration of Independence. Let me look up this word because I really want to know what this means. Okay. Magnanimity. Because if we don't know what it means, we really need to not be ashamed that we don't know what it means and just look it up and see what it means. Let's see, define. Because that's a new one for me, y'all. That was a new one for me. Okay.
Magnanimity is the quality of being generously noble in mind and heart, especially in forgiving. It implies a greatness of spirit, a superiority to petty resentment or revenge, and a disposition to act with kindness and generosity towards others, particularly those who may have wronged one. In essence, it's about being big-hearted and rising above meanness or pettiness.
Prophet Noble Drew Ali told us to do not turn into meanness or hateful. Like don't turn to meanness. Don't be mean. So that right there, come on, Magna. Let's see. I gotta say it again.
Magnanimity is the quality of being generously noble in
magnanimity. So we have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislator to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and of consanguinity. Unity is in there. Consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation, and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace friends. We therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress, assembled appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by the authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. This is the Declaration of Independence. Has anyone ready to say, hey, have they been doing this? Because right here it states, if They don't do what they supposed to do. We as the people, get rid of it. Let it go. But we can see that these things are happening in our face. They're happening, and we should be more involved in helping it come into fruition for us because it's returning back to us. They have not lived up to even the Declaration of Independence. You can see that they've done all of that in there without even being checked. And now they're being checked. Now someone's in office that's going to check you. But do we know that's what they're being checked on? Do we realize this is what's happening so that it can be returned to us, but we must be in the right position for it to be? We have to be upright. We got to be faithful members. We have to do all of these things and be faithful members into ourselves, the member of this body, of your body. Can you be faithful to self? Because when you're faithful to you, you can be faithful to something else. Because that you, that spirit of you, is the all-encompassing spirit of Allah. So being faithful to self is going to help you learn to be faithful in other ways. Because until we move on this love energy, which that's what we're about to get into in a minute, that love was the first thing that even hit this plane of manifest, was love first. Nothing came before love. So until we get back to that, and not this fake love that we be on, not this, I'm trying to get over on you, I'm trying to see what I can get out of you, I'm going to love you only based on what you could do for me, that type of love thing, or I'm trying to love you just to get what I could get from you. Nah, like solid love, like that love that don't go no matter what. You see your brother or sister in trouble, you're there to aid them, you're there to help them. Relationships, these usury in relationships has to stop, or we're never going to get to where we need to be. For the most part, we'll continue to stay stuck in a low vibrating, always looking for love in the wrong places type of world. So until we activate this thing, and today we're going to learn about what that looks like when that energy hit this planet first, that love energy. That's the energy we should have continued to follow on. But we fell so deep into our desires and the lust of things and what we wanted and what looked good to us that we lost our way. We fell from our own grace. Nobody took us from it. Nobody snapped. We fell from our own grace. We allowed things to be taken from us that never had to be taken. Never had to be taken because we were warned of these things. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali warned of it. Come on, you're going to see a heathen coming from afar while y'all over there chilling and doing each other wrong and exchanging money with each other, treating your women bad, treating all of these things going on, treating your brother bad, treating your children bad. A heathen's going to come and take everything from you in one short hour. And that's what has happened. Because to be honest, I don't feel we too far-fetched from when family was family. Most of us come from grandparents having 13, 14 children. So family was family not long ago. Love was in the air not long ago. This hate thing just became a thing. How it slid in, when it slid in, it just became a thing. We've never been such a hateful people. We've always been a loving people. Loving caused us to be nice, but nice also means stupid. So we got to learn how to shift that also, that energy. We were way too nice to the people because we was too caught up in doing what we were wanting to do. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Go for it. Do your thing. And we gave over our power. We gave over our own power. No one took that from us. No one. I'm just, you know what? I'm going to say this. With this truth coming out, Sister Shonda, I can't wait till you come up here. With all of this truth coming out, we really got to start asking ourselves about this whole slave thing. Like, really, what really happened? Because you didn't just go take nobody from nowhere. You didn't just go take nobody. You didn't just take nobody. Not nobody that was always in nature. You ain't telling me you taking folks that fight lions and tigers and bears. You ain't telling me you taking folks that running without no shoes on and can go about 300 miles an hour. You're not telling me that. You didn't take nobody like that. You didn't take nobody like that. These are lies that have been told. We know Roots was a whole lie, was a whole whatever they try to make it out to be, to control the minds. And some of us had to watch that stuff in elementary school, thinking that was us and knowing it ain't us. But even through all that, they was beating in your mind. You ain't no queen and king. You ain't no, your name is Toby. You ain't no king. So don't go out here when you leave this school today and think that you know goddess or no God. You is Toby and you gonna be Toby. How many times did I have to watch Roots Black History Month in Colorado in elementary school? I got tired of Roots. So to grow up and find out it was a whole lie, now that I'm even older, it's making me question so many more things. We have ran to our own demise. We have done this to our, and then we allow people to come and tell us, oh, no, they did this to us. No, what part did we play in this? We played a part in this. We stopped loving somewhere and start falling in love with everything else that had nothing to do with us. That's why we're stuck here. But this Declaration of Independence, and as that document said in that FBI vault, that the Declaration of Independence, the Magna Charta, and the Mayflower Compact was God's law. Like, these are things you must abide by. These are the things you must stand on. Those three documents were known as that. And this, as I said, if it's sitting in this vault, none of us don't went to read no FBI vaults on none of this. But when the brother put up the video, my son sent it to me. The brother put up the video. He's a TikTok influencer. The brother that says, get in here, get in here, get in here. That brother, send him $1, right? That brother. He put it up and it showed it was the Christian movement. And it talks about how they took it over, like how they really just set this up to make it seem like, nah, we the people and you ain't the people. And we fell for it. When it's always been in our DNA, it's always been in our blood. Gaddy. It's always been in our blood. It's always been in us. Not far away from it, not too far away. Hey, Sister Shonda, hoping you about to come up. Yes, not too far away or any of that. You know what I'm saying? We are right there at it. So when did this love just cut off from us? When did we just become such a non-loving species of people? I would like to know. But our Sister Shonda's about to come up and give us some science on this. You know, she's gonna come up and give us some science on this and break this down. And I love when she's able to see these planets, read these planets, see how they're moving, and actually can help us move with them in a better way. Islam. So I'm excited. I'm so excited about this. Islam says peace and love. How are you? Let me turn you up. Turn you up. Okay. Islam, brother. Oh, man, it went away.
No, I'm here. Give me 1 second.
No, do your thing. We here.
I should have been one slot for 30 machines, right?
Islam. I see we got Sunday schools going on, but I love how more show up.
Islam.
Okay.
Well, I don't have a phone stand here, so I'm trying to pop this phone up.
I know that's right. You be like, hey, stay right there.
Okay. Think I got it.
Okay.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Yeah, so I was just digging into these planets and I got excited looking at Mercury. Because I do want to go back to something I was saying the other day when TikTok kept glitching me out, since they're going to let me talk right now. But I wanted to say what I was saying to you earlier in conversation. When I dive into astrology, I don't look at the what they call the pseudoscience of it all first. I look at the actual movements and activity. I get intimate with the planet. What does this planet do? Where is it positioned in the solar system? How does it move and so forth? So I was looking at Mercury, and I was looking, we like to highlight these Mercury retrogrades, and that's why this is important because we have one coming up, I think, like July 30th to like August 19th. I have to verify that date, but nevertheless, it's coming up in the next few days. So when Mercury goes in a retrograde, we have a tendency to be into what I call spookism as a people. The sky is always falling. It's always something scary. It's always something that's super spiritual instead of just looking at the practicality of how the energies are playing out. So Mercury is the planet that we attribute with communication. We attribute it with, actually the ancestors used to call it the messenger of the gods. And wrongfully we misinterpreted that to think that our true ancestors worship these planets. No, idolatry came much later. What they observed was how fast Mercury transited the solar system. And above any other planet, it transits our solar system 4 times. Every other planet transits 1. So as Mercury comes into this retrograde, it's going to stall out by the sun, right? It's what's really going to happen. It's going to stall out from our perspective, from Earth, as going backwards. But it's really stalling out by the sun. Okay. And it's going to receive a supercharge. Now, what I got excited about today is because you know how our ancestors exalted Venus, is what I want to say. So the first planet, Mercury, is going to pass with Venus. And what this really speaks to me on getting into the spiritual discernment of it all is that the planet should be receiving a jolt of love energy. As soon as Mercury leaves that retrograde, the first planet is going to pass with Venus, and then the next planet is going to pass with Earth. All these planets is why I call them the Elohims now, because that's what they are. That's how they got deified in Roman and Greek mythology. We have these pale skin faces on them now, but in reality, that was us. That was us. So when we look at Greek and Roman mythology, yes, it's been heavily distorted, but we have to understand that that's still coming from the root, from our knowledge.
So Islam, can I say something about that? So Islam, yes, we if you go back and even look at the ancient people, you're gonna see, of course, us. So that Roman Empire, the even I was reading up on the Hellenic or Pan period actually means like a two-headed, two-horned situation. Like the energy that we have put on us as a people, period. Like we have demonized ourselves. We have taken the love off of ourselves and we put straight demonization on it. Whatever we followed coming out of Roman Empire, Greek mythology, we added it and we brought it with us. Islam? Continue.
Islam, no, that's absolutely it. I like how you wrap that up because that's exactly what happened. And so we personalized it and horoscoped it in modern culture. But the reality is, I wanted to highlight what Mercury is about to do with Venus right now because Venus is already exalted in the heavens, in the skies right now as far as her activity. But this is the moment for us to focus on, which is the ultimate message of the Circle 7 of Allah, of Sister Tay, of anybody that's here, is love is law. So this Mercury retrograde is going to circle around the energy, and we need to be mindful of that and stay focusing on love like through the duration of this summer. Raise your vibration up because what the rest of the planets are telling is that time is running short. So I just like to highlight a moment like this because it's a moment for us to really focus on what is supposed to be going on. And that is love is wild. Everything else will fall into order under that. If you know, our lives first and love is wild. But what the rest of the planets are doing, which is unprecedented because they only do this ever so hundreds of years. Okay. Some of these people are even as far as 25,000 years. The precession of the planet just occurred. That occurs every 25 to 26,000 years. It's an odd number that I don't accurately know. So
I don't want to cut your wisdom. Can you hold it real quick right there? I want to say something when you said Venus and that love. So no matter what, it's going to push in an energy. I was just saying all that fake love, trying to show up being fake or putting on like, oh yeah, I got it. And you going to be this to me and that to me and trying to get, but you really ain't for real. Like it's going to show yourself. All of this is going to show you for who you truly are, no matter what game you trying to play with who. It just ain't going to work. Continue, sis. Islam.
because that's where the other outer planets come in and Mars comes in. Now, as Pluto and Mars and Neptune have taken their positions, they're already stationed. I'm going to call it stationed. They're already stationed in the zodiac sign that they should be in to cause this great change that is about to happen. And with the activity of Pluto, with Neptune, Uranus, and Mars, this is going to strip away the fake self. There's no more being the fake self. Whatever you truly are is going to be brought to the forefront. So if love is not truly in you, it's not going to come at your temperament is going to be shorter. Your tolerance is going to be shorter. And I'm not talking on the higher perspective. I'm talking to the pretenders. People who are pretending. So you're not going to be able to hold that mask on much longer because when you don't get your way, which is about to increase more and more as righteousness increases back in the earth, because that's the energy that Venus is ushering in. And what the other planets are doing to go historical so that you understand this isn't just my thought. The last time these planets took these positions, Civil War kicked off. World leaders failed. And this is what our ancestors noticed in the original reasons that we use astrology, is that personal readings came in much later. When our ancestors started studying the planets, they were doing it actually for agricultural reasons. They were doing it because wisdom exposed it to them, but as they noticed that as these planets took different positions, it affected their way of living. So aside from that, what they also noticed is kingdoms rose and fell as these planets took certain positions. And weather was extremely influenced as these planets took certain positions. And like I was saying last night, when we were talking earlier this year, and I was looking at the planets, I had spoke on the rain and the waters and the flood and the lightning. And here it is playing out. And it's not because I'm psychic. I just understand the language of the Elohim that we have misplaced what their true purpose is, the signs and wonders. All the texts tell us that there will be signs and wonders, and the heavens are playing them out. So everything going on in the earth right now, as above, so below. Mars is moving into interaction with Pluto, Uranus, and Neptune, which are outer planets. Their energy usually moves real slow, right? But Mars is very fast moving in comparison to them. So Mars is coming into trine and conjunction with these planets so that it speeds up the forces of what this planet brings into this universe. And again, it is a very spiritual thing, but it's also a scientific thing, because as we watch, we just look at it as the solar system moving, right? But as these bodies pass each other, their energies interact, and our planets create what we call a solar wind. So as Mercury is passing Venus, in its solar wind is capturing some of Venus' atmospheric particles. Those are minerals. Those are energies. Those are frequencies. So now with Mercury breezes past the Earth, it's not only going to have an atmospheric shock wave to Earth that's going to include Mercury energy, it's also going to include Venus energy. So this is why I highlighted it first, the Venus, the retrograde of Mercury that is going to bring in this great energy to Earth, the love energy. And so it's not a doomsday prophecy from the planet. It's like, get your house in order. And when I say house, I mean your internal body. Because the universe isn't playing with us right now. The water's not going to stop. The earth is going to keep shifting and moving because the earth is finding its balance. So anything else that's on the earth that can't maintain the new frequency the earth is going to hold, which is love. Venus is moving back into position as a main light of this planet, just to say the least. And so that's love. We call it the matriarch too, but that's a whole nother thing. But Venus is love. So that's where the universe is going. Saturn is also in this trine with Mars and Neptune and Pluto. So Saturn, that's Chronos, that's time, like all these planets. Mercury is like Tahuti, it's Thoth, it's Hermes. These are all the names because guess what? Using those gods, it was a simple way to explain how the planets move. Because when I get to just talking about it on the scientific level, we can go over people's heads. So you really want to know what these planners are doing, you can look at the energetics that were written in the myths. Just stay separate from the myth and know they're just trying to show you how the energy moves. So Neptune is the water. That's flight. That's the water god. That's how I knew the water was coming in, and it was going to come in ferociously because Neptune moved into Aries. Aries is the god of war. Aries is also the ram. Aries is the, Jesus, if you want to call it that. That's the sacrificial ram or lamb, the ram in the bush. So this is all these biblical prophecies are literally kicking off in the heaven. And as we move into the constellation of Virgo, which is the Virgin, that's when the purification is really going to begin. So when I say purification, I'm talking about like the purging. The purging is going to.
Okay. Because Virgo is the mother of the zodiac because she holds those 5 grains in her hand. Those grains. Right? She holds the grains.
The Virgo?
Uh-huh.
Yes. And she's
so that's where they get
the weather manipulations, pre-planned. Well, there's a dual thing to that because we really can't pay attention right now to what's pre-planned because the cosmos are saying that everything that's happening right now is supposed to be happening. So I'm not gonna say that the people who do it are not doing any weather manipulation right now, but the weather happenings is coming from the cosmos. So these floods we seeing, this rain we seeing, this lightning we seeing, no, this is all cosmically playing out in the cosmos. So even if they are playing with it.
Yeah, it still can't beat out Allah. It can't beat out the Elohim. The Elohim is still gonna make it happen because Mars is all about action anyway. So it don't matter. And some of these plans gonna make you do. So regardless that you think man is doing it, as I was saying earlier, coming out of that Declaration of Independence, stop thinking it's always somebody outside of you and understand that within you, if you raise your vibration up and raise that love up, you can control any of these situations and environments.
Absolutely. Because we are literally the same elements that those planets are made of. We say we're star people, but we don't really get the magnitude of what we're saying when we're saying that. Like, we're a part of this universe. Yeah. That's why, and I said this on one of my videos the other day, we look at astrology from a perspective of like all these planets are moving and they're causing this to go on in my life. But Earth is a part of that song and dance too. So it's not that those planets are affecting Earth. It's just that Earth is a part of the intricacy in the dance that they do. I can't get the word out of my mouth. So it's part of that dance. So the thing is, we're moving against nature. That's why the planets affect us. It's not really that it just has respect of person. It's just affecting us because we're out of sync with nature. If we were in sync with nature, we would just be operating in love, like being the rings.
Yes. But go ahead. So you were saying about Mercury. You were on the Mercury part, right?
Yeah, just speaking about the Mercury retrogrades and how we look at that like a thing again, the spookism of it all, like it's bringing something nefarious into our lives or tripping us up. But really, Mercury is saying, pause, you're moving too fast. So Mercury itself pauses. Mercury moves faster than all the other planets. So Mercury itself pauses in space-time and stands still for something and shutting up while also receiving from the sun. And so I was just saying that to explain how the planets interact with Earth. Like Mercury is literally about to drag fresh sun energy and fresh Venus energy right on past Earth right around the time we're entering Virgo. Love, healing. Virgo is the healer. Virgo is the virgin. It plays a part in the purification process.
Okay.
What's the Course of Engineers flood maps that were released 10 years ago actually came from our ancestors? I never heard of that. You ever heard of the Course of Engineers flood maps?
No, I didn't. I wanted them to come up so they could kind of give some insight on that? Because I haven't heard of that before. And I was wondering if you did too. I'm so glad you read it because I sure was about to ask you if you had heard of that. I haven't. I would love for that to be elaborated a little more though. Because yeah, I haven't heard of it.
I don't know, maybe she scrolled out.
Okay.
But yeah. And I'm wondering if she's talking about maybe the maps, because that did cross my mind. You know, the one we've seen where the split is coming from up north, straight down the middle.
Oh, yeah, splitting, yes.
They play with directions so much, I don't know what to call it, but I guess that would be more at ease.
For real, they do. They play with, yeah, so, yeah. So with the, I know you spoke about, because I mean, you have spoken so much on so much of this stuff, like the weather patterns, certain dates that you have spoke on that came up and you're like, whoa, you said that. And it happened on the exact date. And she didn't even know. She says, I don't know what's going to happen. I just know that this date, something's going to take place. So I know you've, I know based on, like you said, based on you paying attention to the planets, not necessarily being psychic, but we are psychic people. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But you, like you said, not being psychic, but understanding the movements, like has really played a role in how we can pay attention to the energy that's going on. And then when it comes in, how we can protect ourselves from it, not get so caught up in our emotions over it. That's why I feel like it's so important for us to understand astrology, cosmology, like all of the things they told us to keep our hands off of.
Absolutely. And like another notable retrograde is, even though they're still in the same sign, what is Mercury right now? I just read that, but I'm not sure. But Mercury moves so fast that I just wanted to notate the energy anyhow. But Neptune and Saturn is actually moving in a retrograde too. And again, this is like a brief pause, and I don't even really like to call it a pause because look at everything that's happening in the world. So it's literally not a pause. But can you imagine that with all the news that we're doing, with all the world events, all the world weather, all the local happenings in our local news, the unalived, this is a pause. This is not even the fierceness of it. This is the pause. So this is in retrograde, and they're going to roll back into Pisces, because by the time they move back out of Pisces in February, we can expect some disclosure. I expect big disclosure of unrecognized truth. We might be beginning the beginning of our economic collapse about that time if we're not already in it. Following the, they're going to let us get through the holidays because it's a big spending time. So on top of what's going on in the planets, like she said about the weather, the people do play games, so they are going to try to postpone what they can beyond the holidays as far as the government and things that are going to hit the fan with that. But Pluto is destroying everything as we thought we knew it. So it's going to be disclosure of some truth between now and then, but highlighting in about February that's going to shake everybody's paradigm. But like I said, also around that time, we can expect, and I'm not even going to call it an economic collapse, the economic shift that's going to happen so drastically and so overnight that while everybody is partying and bull-fishing, you're going to look up and whatever you think you had was valuable is going to be worth it. So and again, I'm not saying this is a doomsday prophecy. It's like wake up and really pay attention, because even the stars are testifying for what is happening on Earth. And like I said, Neptune and Saturn, they're working together. So as they move back into this retrograde into Pisces, that's illusions, that's false beliefs, that is the age that has just passed. They're going to move back forward, and they're going to move back into the constellation of Aries. So when that occurs, that is when the quote-unquote Jesus prophecy will begin to be fulfilled. Now, take it with a grain of salt how you've been taught to interpret those prophecies, because that ain't it. There's no man coming in the sky. but the Christ consciousness will raise up in the earth. That's what's going to happen. The Christ consciousness is going to raise up in the earth, and whatever doesn't fit that is going to have to go. And I'm not saying it. This is what the planets are saying. So that's what the thing about those planets and those interactions. Jupiter right now is in Cancer, which is expanding everything that is in Cancer, and Venus also is about to move into Cancer. So that is another reason why this Mercury-Venus conjunction is going to be so big, because Venus is going to be in the house of family, so of bloodline, of the matriarch. So with that being said, this is a matriarchal love that's going to sweep past Earth. And Mercury is entering this retrograde, like I said, again, about July 30th. It's going to end about August 19th. So from August 19th all the way probably until we enter the constellation of Virgo, Earth is going to be receiving the third, the matriarchal love. And watch it play out. You're going to see women increasing in their abilities. You're going to see women increasing in their intuition. You're going to see women banding together. You're going to see women. And I'm not talking about promoting healing. I'm talking about look at the women around you and you'll observe that it's going to be true healing manifested, like even in miraculous ways. It's also going to be a push away from the negative aspect of the masculine influence. And there's also going to be some fierceness to it, because Venus was at times considered the goddess of love, but also the goddess of war. So again, with it being in the sign of Cancer and the matriarch, she's going to be very fierce about protecting what she loves.
Definitely. Oh, come on, the protection. That's what I wanted you to talk about too. How the woman, like mother, ain't playing with it. Mama energy ain't playing with it. The mother energy ain't.
Not at all. A whole nother degree of respect is about, like, y'all might not think it now, but I'm telling you, the turn of the new year is going to be a new respect for the indigenous woman, because of the power that she is about to start to exude. And it's going to begin next year. Y'all going to find that the warriors are not going to be in the places where y'all thought that they were. The warriors are going to rise up. They are going to be our men, but women are going to be. They're going to be fierce. They're going to be powerful. They're going to be mighty. They're going to be protectors. They're going to be healers. They're again going to be standing next to her man, not in the shadows, because the strong men are going to know that. They're going to have this woman with them. And those of us that are still in the single phase, we're going to start banding together. So that's why I mean, like, we're going to be fierce. Not that we're going to be in the streets calling for war, but we are, to a high magnitude, are going to step up to our call. I would call it that. The matriarch of the family, of the bloodline. The protector of the unseen, the spiritual forces. So, yeah.
The spiritual forces. Hey, my brother Islam, how are you today? Happy Sunday. Peace and love.
Peace and love. And then, thinking about, too, what the Islam to my 2 Circle 7, the book of wisdom. It's like I can't help but it's a calling to get connected to nature. Like, and it's not, again, because intuition is going to be all we have. It's going to be all we have to be able to rightly divide truth from fiction. Because so many things are going to, and it's not that, I'm not telling you need to discern truth from fiction using your intuition. When these truths start being unveiled, you're going to realize that everything you thought was this is that, and everything you thought was that is this. And so you're not going to know how to trust anything that you think you know, because we're arrogant people. And the first thing that has to be done is humbled is our understanding, so that we can really see truth, because we all think we know it all. So the truth has to occur. And the humbling isn't a punishment. It's really the crumbling of these systems. Your government is already gone. They just doing soft disclosure right now, bit by bit.
Exactly.
Your money system has been gone. They just still got dollars in circulation. You see, they just what they just passed as far as the crypto, right?
Yep, I did see that.
So your new money system is being created right before y'all. Like, think back when we didn't have debit cards and all, and that seems strange to us. Like, I was one of the ones who didn't want it. Like, I want my money in my hand. I don't want no numbers on no computer.
That was my mom. That was my mom. She was like, what? She was like, oh, no, I'm not doing that. You mean enter my information? Oh, then when the internet came, pay a bill online? Girl, I'm not doing that. Then people can steal my information. You know, but it catch us off guard every time. Debit card, they didn't say, oh, in a week, we're going to introduce to you a debit card. Just all of a sudden, these debit cards came out of nowhere.
And now when you look around, it's very little. You can't really survive in society without one.
That's right.
You can't survive. You can't really be a thriving, functional being. Everything requires a debit card to sign up now. It's places that'll tell you they don't even accept cash. The shutdown showed they could do that. So, and I still run into that occasionally. A person will just have a sign up or a register at the store, cash only, card only.
No cash accepted. Exactly. Because it was to get us prepared, but if you got blinders on, you didn't see it. You was too busy panicking about what was going on and not paying attention and seeing it for what it was worth. So as they were doing that was bringing it in, the new money system, the new every way that you're going to do things just started coming in. So it will hit a lot of our people by surprise when it does flip, because they've been flipping it and it is flipped as we speak. Just like you said, it's just, yeah, it's
but
flipped.
Now, even in the flipping though, is that if we are paying attention, the universe is put back in a position of power. So if you're paying attention, you really shouldn't catch you by surprise, and you should receive what is meant for you by whatever means. I don't know what that way will be, but what I do know is the universe is lining it up. If you look on social media now, look at the way you have people of all different nationalities jumping on social media because they just want to let it be proclaimed that these are the indigenous people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And when you stand in your truth, make sure you really stand in your truth on that too, as far as nationality, recognizing who you are, because in these big shifts, which is going to bring a bunch of big change, when these things iron out as they always do, just like water, it always has to find its level. You could come out in a position to be the head and not the tail this time, but it's all up how you play your hand, and everything has to be done from love and unity. Love and unity. Nobody will be able to survive what's coming next on their own, because nobody is meant to. Now, it's not even a punishment. Nobody is meant to survive what's going next on its own, because it's meant to be a driving force to push everybody into interdependence, into unity, into real love. So this war is a holy war. It's not even just a civil war, it's a holy
war. So I want to ask you this, because I've seen many of these videos, and I want to shed light on one I sent to you. There, these men, they are out in Antarctica walking, and they say, look, we found the end of the earth. And when they go to the end of the ice wall, right at the end, now they walking. Now, if this is I don't think it is, to be honest, but I don't know. But it was just, because it's the crunching of the snow. It's because I know what snow look like and sound like, coming from a place like that. And I'm watching him, and he goes, and he's like, look, and y'all wouldn't believe us if we showed you. And when he got to the end of that ice wall, all you seen was stars. Like stars, galaxies. That's all you seen, right there. Did you see the video I sent you?
No.
On TikTok.
Yeah, what you said?
I sent it to you on TikTok, but he showed different portions of what they filmed. He even showed going down, touching the ice wall. You could see the snow and the cold had froze, covered his face. But he was like, let me show you. I'll probably be the first one to say it. I touched the ice wall.
Hey, it might be one of those things that we're about to get disclosed this year. Weeks or days or months, because what's going on? I'm putting an astrological perspective on it as far as time frames, but all of these things could collapse real fast.
Okay.
But like you said, when I was kind of analyzing in the beginning of the year, I wasn't too far off.
Right.
That I gave based on what I seen. So I wouldn't be surprised if that definitely, because we're gonna get a little controversial here. But when we talking about beasts roaming the earth that's never been seen before, where would they be coming from?
Good. Wait a minute. So hold up. Right. So peep this. There's a brother in Atlanta. Let me tell you, because I swore it was AI too, and the lady said the same thing I said. But there's this being walking around Atlanta. He called the something alien. The something alien. This ain't no mask. I don't know how he got in his suit. You don't see a mask for him. This is. Let me see if I find him. So he been partying, and he say he's an alien, and he look like one.
And that's why I say the trickery is so real, because see, they done played with our intelligence so much that we don't think some of this stuff that's out there ain't real. And some of it truly is. Like, even in the people you're around, like, I'm gonna give too much detail, but just like what I went through last week, like, you're gonna see things even rise up out of people that you think you know that you ain't never seen before. So that type of energy too, but there's some weird energy going on. Look at the Neptune again, how it controls or influences the water. We got the ocean tide done turn. Okay, that's like stirring the water. That means what's at the bottom. That also means that Antarctica is going to melt a lot faster, because it makes the surface waters a lot more warmer and a lot more salty. And salt melts ice.
Wow, yes, it do. Talk about that salt. Now I heard you speaking on that on your video, how that salt, when it rises up, what it's doing.
Yeah, it's literally gonna create a saltwater mix that as it encounters these icebergs. And then we have to look, y'all, this is like a movie. It is a movie. So we got the sun is just heating up Earth more than ever. Last year was a historical summer for America, but for the world, it got as far as heat. We hadn't had a summer that high, and I didn't feel the magnitude of it, to be honest, but according to the Almanac 1881. But so we're getting hotter, and then now the ocean has switched, and like I said, that's going to draw up a whole bunch of carbon, which is toxic. Once that gets into our environment, that's going to cause respiratory illnesses. And on top of whatever other type of molecules and bacteria and life forms that carbon could be holding from thousands to billions of years ago. And also just the saline surface. Our ocean is already salty. So can you imagine that even being more saltier? So it's going to start to melt down our big icebergs and ice caps all around now. Everywhere really that's ice. But with that, and with those ingredients too, we also have the northern and Polish, the magnetic northern and southern poles are set to switch. The sun is reaching a solar maximum. It's like about that 25,000 year precession. The clock is being reset. When they say like the Mayans so-called disappeared, and so-called did they disappear or did they just go on to another dimension and we're all still here? Because there's no telling what happened to them, but we do know they documented this procession, and we see this procession is coming back into being now, the same play out. So I expect some big things.
Brother, wait, go ahead. My apologies. Go ahead.
Like a lot of revelations like this, even as far as these celebrities, we're not going to get I don't believe we're going to get the full disclosure that we were ever looking for. But I do believe that they're going to slowly melt away.
Yes, because if you notice that now, look at how many we lost within not even 7-day period of time. And also where they found was she a judge for Obama or something? Found her in Guantanamo face down. So some of these people are they decided to just be off because they didn't want you to know what they were doing. A lot of these folks, that's what's going to happen. You ain't even going to know that what they did until probably later. Well, it'll come out but they'll already be long gone before you even know, really, before it's disclosed, as you said. So the disclosures are, if you've been following it, then you're going to know who is involved and who wasn't, because just all of a sudden, like tragically, they're gone. Just tragically. This happens, that happens. And all this time ain't nothing ever happened. But now all of a sudden, we notice they just leave it. It's because this is the cover up. This is the cover up, so you'll never know that they were the ones that did any of this. Even down to our fraternities, sororities, or any type of organizations, the things that they have been involved in, these are the things that's going to come out. And a lot of people ain't going to be too happy with what they have themselves involved with, because there's a lot of that has been tainted into what's going on too. So a lot of these, any of them, all of them, they're going to all be exposed on a level that I don't even think a lot of them are ready for, because now there are sisters out here that have been saying for a minute that this community is going to get a big hit, and it's going to be somebody major that's going to really hit this thing hard. So while our concentration can be on one thing, please understand, all of this is together. This whole system had to be brought down. So we're talking organizations, religions, fraternities, sororities, whatever you want, all of it. All of it is tied to the downfall of the people. And that's why the Declaration of Independence says what it says. And we ain't never checked none of these people. We just look at them as these figures and these people, and they got it going on because maybe they got some money in their pocket. Maybe they got a name for themselves. So we have followed behind them, not really even understanding everything that they even stand for, what comes behind it.
Everything. And it's all one thing. Even when I got to church, I don't think I was church with Mercury today. So I started researching, okay, how did and Hermes and all these other names that we call Roman and Greek gods. And this isn't new knowledge, but just associated with the planets too, is that the reason these deities that we began to worship and call them gods and create all these different religions, it was all because of political takeover. Mm-hmm. So the nation only exists because of a political takeover. So, why does Mercury have 5 different names? Because when the Romans wasn't rulership, he was Hermes. When the Greeks wasn't rulership, he was Thoth. When the Israelites were in rulership, it was Yahweh. When whoever this organization became in rulership, the Catholics, I guess, whoever you want to call it, it's all that big old game. Your entertainers, that's called propaganda. That whole system was only a
Hold on, sister. Can you mute yourself? Okay, go ahead, sis. Continue. What you say, Islam?
So all these establishments, they're all, like we look at the Catholics like, oh my God, they're wicked. Well, that's just an existential Christianity. So, all of it, and I'm not coming for Christ and Christ-centered beliefs or, understanding Christ consciousness, but the establishment of those religions were all off the same nefarious plot. That is why America is Babylon. She's the whore that has sold herself, prostituted herself in every way that is possible for every nation, for every material thing you can imagine. This is America.
Right. Islam. Hey, brother. Islam Sheik, Pennington Bay. How are you?
All is well. Islam, how y'all doing?
We are doing great. Chopping it up on this Sunday. Giving some.
What y'all talking about?
Well, we are talking about the energies that are aligning, how everything is flowing. Just Sister Shonda, kind of tell them what you, because it was more like where she was coming from. I'm coming out the Declaration of Independence, but we're talking about the energies of the planet. So go ahead, Sister Shonda.
So you say you're talking about the energies of the planet. Man, right now, the planet is kind of all over the place, ain't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of all over the place. I mean, I believe depending on who you are and where you are and your ability to process what's actually going on, there might be all types of varying opinions about what the state of the earth is right now. Like for me, you know, because I'm kind of super sensitive. If y'all understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of confusion. A lot of confusion where people are searching for answers, and that got to be difficult because I've been there before, where I was searching for answers, really searching for myself, but really confused about everything that was going on in me and around me.
Mm-hmm. It's long.
Oh, I got a call. I got to take this call real quick.
Okay. Well, Sister Shonda, I'm gonna let her explain. Can you kind of go into what you were saying because okay. It's important for us to know why these planets are moving the way they are. This is why. So then, like I was saying earlier, we become super sensitive to things because we're not understanding them. But it's because no one sat down to explain it to us. We get browbeat with these different doctrines, whether it's our Holy Quran, whether it's a Bible, whether it's the Quran of Mecca. It's a whole lot of browbeating with them. So when it's happening, you don't even know how to take on other information that could be coming to you, and how you should pull it in, how to use it with that, because it's all one. It's all one. You must know what these Elohims are, because these are the Elohims. We're talking Elohim here. They have names. These are the energies. You got to know how they work. Islam. Go ahead, Sister Shonda.
Yeah, so just saying, like, we're resisting that are playing out. Like the sister was commenting earlier, like they're playing with the weather. The universe is saying that's what time it is. So as these planets are, like I like to prefer to call them, the seven Elohim interact. It's the time that is being ushered in the earth, and it's about purification. It's not, I don't even like to call it a rebirth. It's a new birth. And it came to remove everything. The energies right now that are playing out in the universe is about deconstructing all illusions, deconstructing all falsehood. Now, how painful that feels to you is all on to how clingy you are to what you call truth. And if you're really willing to move out the way of what's going to unfold anyway, and just research self, find out what's not right, cleanse, purify, get into the appropriate knowledge and wisdom, which is things that Allah created, and not all these different religious doctrines that we seem to be fighting over and thinking we're about to fight this holy war. The war is already playing out, and the winner is already declared. So right now it's the energetic just playing out, and that can, like the brother was saying, it can feel confusing to people who really don't know what's going on. I've been here before too. It is, but ultimately, what's going on now is beyond the hands of man. This is Allah playing out the wheel, and this is the universe literally turning the wheel of the planets, causing all this weather to happen, and all these chaotic energies, and all this confusion and destruction that is going on.
Okay, come on in, Dummy Dodger. Islam. Okay. Islam. No, go ahead. Did you want to say something, Dummy Dodger? Islam, how are you, my brother?
Good morning. How y'all doing?
We are doing amazing. Thank you. We're just coming in for the conversation. Would you like to expound on anything you heard?
What y'all talking about?
Well, we are talking about the energy of the planets, the way they're moving, and what it's causing within us as a people. Whether you think you're probably feeling it and just unaware of what the energy you're feeling is. But she's explaining what this is all about. And that's why we gotta return ourselves back to our nature And the cosmos are our nature. The planet is our nature. Like everything that goes on in it is our nature. So we have to get back to understanding what this means when it's a retrograde, how we work with the energy instead of trying to say, oh, it's this, and oh my God, this is why this is happening to me. We have to learn as a people how to go back to our appropriate positions.
I mean, I just think it happens just because it happens.
That's why.
It's going to happen, however it happens.
That's why.
Okay.
I mean, you can't stop whatever happens. So, I mean, I don't know. I just, you know. I live day to day. Whatever gonna happen, gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, we all do, but still, it's people out here trying to understand what's going on with them, especially as women, because we are feeling it.
I get it totally.
We feeling it on a whole different level right now. We like the sensitivity is real for the sisters. It may not be as much for y'all.
The sensitivity is real for these men.
Is it? Okay.
I look at it like this, right? Like, we understand, because we've been hearing this our whole life. I know I have, that every action causes a reaction. So, like, the things that are going on, I understand where the brother comes from. At the same time, though, this is what I realized. I found myself somewhere where I didn't want to be. I found my life in I found myself in a condition that I didn't want to be in, right? And then, so I had to think about it, because I'm an extreme pragmatist. I had to think about it and say, how did this happen? How did I come to this? And I'm just talking about me as an individual. I realized that it was my decision, my choices, and the steps and moves that I was making that got me to that point. Now, where we are as a collective, as the human race, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. The decisions, the choices, the way we think, you know, and more, and even today, more than our actions, a lot of times, the worst parts of what we're dealing with is because of our inaction. It's because of the things that we don't do. You know, it's because of the things that we don't say. It's about when we have a responsibility and we just leave it by the wayside and we just be like, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with it. That's what really got us in this spot where we at now, where everybody now reaching like, hey, well, we need to do something because it done got so dang on bad. It really done it been getting bad though. You know, it didn't happen overnight.
That's because most people put like I guess I would say most people put a Band-Aid over stuff that really needs to be healed. You know what I'm saying?
Surgically repaired. That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree with that.
Wait, we can't hear you.
Get my computer on.
We can't hear you. Dummy Dodger, you muted. No, I think Dummy Dodger muted. Let me hear you again? He was saying something that it was muting him. No.
Nah, we were just saying, I think most people put a Band-Aid over the situation instead of making like heal or, you know what I'm saying, deal with it for real. You know what I'm saying? Because where I live in Denver, Colorado. I work for a homeless shelter, right? Where we house like 54 homeless people, right? And we are getting in housing, but I think we're doing them a disservice because the majority of them that are getting housed don't have jobs. So when their year voucher is over, they have to pay their rent. They're getting their rent paid, their public service paid by some organization for a year. But after that year, they back in the same boat, back home. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that, you know, but I can't change it, shit. But that's where I work in. And, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know, the city is doing them people. You know.
Okay.
Just like I said, they just throwing the Band-Aid over the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna come up.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now.
Heard the news through.
I wanted to add is like in the passion for your position and looking at that type of turnover. it is a repetitive cycle in those type of situations. But right now, we're dealing with a system that has been created to create a cast of people to be kept at that level. And it's one thing to say, yeah, some people are lazy, some people like it. Honestly, in the right type of crime, but I can understand somebody who might even choose homelessness because the life that we live right now is that of a bug, like it's slavery. And it's impossible to get out of the rat race, and that's depressive to sit. If I would just sit here and think about the fact my rent $1,500 and I'm gonna have to pay this or a mortgage equivalent to this for this amount of time, and then this electricity keeps going up. Now I'm getting $300 a month electricity bills.
Yeah.
But that's too much for a person to bear. So I get the cycle, and the fact is, living shouldn't cost you much. Living should be interdependence and cooperation is what living should cost a person. And so again, that's this whole system having to be done away with because there's no other way to fix what's going on than to just crack the whole system and give a financial reset of fairness, with at least fairness and opportunity.
And and we have it. We have it. We just don't want to go for it because I think we complain too much about what's not and not doing enough for what we can do as a collective. If people are feeling this as a collective, we're all going through it. We got to realize we're nothing but the reflection of one another. We're reflecting off of each other. That's all we're doing. So when we make, and I'm going to say it, it's an excuse because I've been a mom that had to take care of 4 and don't know where I'm going and got to move from this place to that place, come up with the next deposit to move to the next house or to move to the next place. Like, come on. Like as a woman, as a mother, honey, we got to think about all of these things at once. All of these things at once with lives in our hands, period. So when you're saying how this energy is coming back, I used to tell my boys this. I ain't got no excuse. You should never have one. Because you a man. At the end of the day, I don't care what you say. You a man and you shouldn't have one. They might not have liked the fact that I said that, but it's the truth. Why I'm always out here figuring it out, how to pick up the pieces. And I can't get an excuse because I got to make sure you eating. I got to make sure these lights stay on. I got to make sure this rent is paid. I got to make sure I'm doing all of these things. We was gonna come to this point. No, get up off your butts. We got enough power within us. It's enough of us that can change the dynamics of anything we want. We're making excuses of why not because we hold all this egotistic energy within us that stops us from building with one another.
But see, that's why the calamity has to come.
Yes.
This is where, again, going back to that planetary science and what's playing out and what our lives use and what he created to do. Because that's, again, these things aren't coming as a punishment, but it's a causality of the great evil that is in the earth. And I'm not even talking about, y'all think I'm going probably far as the people we call criminals, but the greatest evil is in us not, like you said, lack of action. Us not being able to have a collective consciousness. No, we shouldn't be paying $1,500 a month of rent independently because I shouldn't be independently living. I should be in a compound. Yes. I should be living with I'm an unmarried woman. Why am I out here on my own trying to raise children which mine are grown now? But period. I should have been in a community. And then the morality of it all, get married before you have children, that's one thing, and I'm not negating that should happen too, but that's not what happened. The point blank period. And even a married couple, that's still compound living.
That's right.
Community living. And we can't do that because we preaching. So guess what? The TV's about to go off, the internet about to go off, your grocery store is about to close. So you grow some food. Are you gonna cooperate with somebody to know how to grow some food? Or are you gonna try to do something nefarious and get taken aback? Like that. The energy ain't playing. So if your plan ain't to integrate, then you won't be participating here on this 5D plane that we're on right now. Like, this is a whole nother energy.
So let me tell you this, and you know what, you're so right, because I feel like it's forced what you just said. If we ain't willing to come together, that love is gonna be forced upon us, right? If we don't even understand it, I'm gonna tell you from a nature perspective, because now we've been working our butt off in that garden, right? You should be out there every day. Girl, them deer done came and ate everything. You hear me? Everything. We got one melon. We had a gang of them. Then our sister around the corner, they done ate. She got 28 acres. They done ate her stuff. We being forced to come together collectively. We being forced to love on each other. Time out for the bullcrap. Time out for the excuses, for the bullcrap. Because if not, guess what? Nature's making us come together. Nature's forcing our love. Nature's forcing the hand. So when you said love hit this planet first, before anything else hit this planet, Islam.
That's what's gonna have to happen.
How you doing, brother? How you doing?
Blessings, Queen.
Blessings.
Conversation is on point. This need to be spoken on more because I just feel this. I'm going through some changes. I've been through changes. I'm 62 years old.
Okay.
I haven't had a 9 to 5 since 1985.
Wow. Okay.
I own my homes, had other homes, but the system, lawyers and other people, forced their name to take home. We can get what we want to get by the higher power within yourself. It's just the other side of the, I don't know how to say it, the other realm that can destroy your abilities to become what and who you really are. Because you can go to a level that will make the other entity, whatever, take from you because what you have created. I'm a creator. I write movies, all that. Nominated for Academy Awards, all that.
Oh,
all that.
Honest.
I've been on a level no one has reached. I'm trying to say it correctly. I've been on a level that people go to school for, work hard to get to, try and become, and have the money. I don't chase those things. I just do them.
Come on.
I create millionaires off of my visions. If they react to it and do it, they become the millionaires. I don't get upset about it. I just know that what they have done from what I have said made them where they are. I could do it, but then I don't want to do it. I'm lazy, I guess. There's things I want to do now, but I feel I don't want to do it, but I know I can do it. It's just so much on me right now. I've been through a lot, but I'm handling it. I just want to see other people win.
That's right.
I just want a substantial amount of money that I don't know what I'm going to do with. I have to sit down and kind of think about, where am I going to go with this? What am I going to do with this money? I'm not a materialistic guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure it out. I know helping others makes it better for me, but helping others is just, are you helping them or are they just reaching out for greed? I don't know where I'm going pretty much with this, but it's just, I'm trying. You guys are so on point with what you guys are saying. You guys are on point.
Thank you.
Queens are really talking about some serious stuff, and people better wake up. I just feel that we could all manifest whatever we want. It's a higher power within you. Why would he say, greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world? or I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Because it's all in me. Like I said, I haven't had a 9 to 5 since 1985. The work that I do now is because I like to do it. You don't have to pay me. I can get gratitude out of it just by doing it. I eat. I live by myself. I'm in a 3-bedroom house by myself. Pool, all that stuff, by myself. I was with a woman for 37 years.
Wow.
I got out the hospital of COVID and she was gone, and my child. So going through all of this stuff and learning and dealing with this right now, I'm just going through my own challenge of seeing how I can come out of it. And like I said, I just was awarded a lot of money, and that ain't happiness.
Nope.
Just by me doing what I do is my happiness. You know, a lot of people wish they had a home. I'm praying for homes. Like I said, I gave her a house and she sold it from under.
Wow.
She don't have it now, but it's like everything I ask for from the Most High are within myself. I get it. I'm not starving. I got so much furniture and stuff here. I'm trying to get rid of it. I got extra equipment to give people for podcasting or whatever they want to do. It's just, I don't know. I don't trip off society. My debt is $2,500. I can pay that off right now if I want to. I just got everything I want except for pretty much my happiness. I want my happiness back. Okay. Happiness is your children, your family. It's not that I'm trying to do this, to do that. I'm trying to get this house. Yeah, they make it hard for you to get. You don't own anything anyway. As soon as you pay your house off, you got property taxes. And they can come take that from you anytime they want. Mm-hmm. Just look at this world as ain't nothing here of yours nowhere but your spirit, your soul. And I'd be dang if I let them try and take that.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I'm keeping. That's what I'm keeping. Like I say, look, here's a check from a job last night.
I don't hold that up on
Yeah, keep that right there. That's somebody been undeposited, right? These old crazy folks.
I mean, I got money. I don't trip off of money. Money can't do nothing but pay the bills. That's what it's for. If you read the fine print on your money, it tells you it's only for the bills that you create. Mm-hmm. I create no bills on this earth because there's nothing on this earth worth having but a home. Mm-hmm. Feed the family. Feed them the best way you can. Feed your family, love on them, because none of this stuff matters really. It really don't. It don't matter. It doesn't. And you just want to find happiness where it's love. When I look at, they say Jesus, Yahshua, whatever you want, Allah, whatever you want to call him, it was all about love. Like, how can I sit with the people and talk with the people and eat with the people and have a good spiritual, because we all gonna go through our ups and downs. I hope I'm not talking too much. You guys can tell me shut up, but it's you guys are so on point. But it's like, what are we searching for? What are we searching for? I'm searching for peace. I'm searching for happiness. I'm searching for love, not love physically, but love just spiritually. Spiritual love. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel you got to work to do anything on this earth. I don't work. Like I say, I don't work. What I do, I like to do.
Enjoy doing it. It's fun. Right.
I teach kids how to film. I help people with their finances. I do a lot that I don't get no credit for. I didn't get credit for the movies I wrote. I don't get credit. God gives me my credit.
God gives it to you. Islam. Well, I like what you said when you said that. When you said that, you said, I don't worry about anything because I know everything is within me. And anything I want, all I got to do is go within to manifest it. So your happiness is within, your peace is within. All of these things are within you. And we have to find these within us. That's where that self-love and that self-care come into play. And then once we're able to do that for ourselves, it doesn't do anything but extend out. That's all that it can do. There's no other side to love. Love is just what it is. We demonize it. We put on it. We put conditions on it. We put things on it. We put people on it. When we love and don't demand it in return, that's the type of love we're searching for. And that love is within. That's what Prophet Noble Drew Ali taught us. Our first principle is love. As Sister Shonda was just saying, the first thing that ushered onto this planet was Venus, was love. Nothing ushered in first but love. So love being that first principle. God is love. Jesus is love. Allah is love. Just what it, like you said, whatever you want, whatever name you want to put on it, it still started with love first. And love comes from that matriarch. Love comes from your mama first. Period, point blank. Usually nobody loves you more than your mama do. Even with her mishaps, mistakes in life, whatever. She took the time enough to bring you here, to give you life, to make sure you were breathing, to make sure your heart beat at the time that it was supposed to. That could have all stopped. So we find all of these things within ourselves. And once we can search within there, then that's when it will come, because you just shared that with us. We can manifest anything.
All the time.
That's fine. When you got to talk.
What did you say, Sister Shonda?
You can manifest any. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shonda.
I would say he motivated my wheels to start turning. Like, yeah, let me get to working on this manifesting. Like, yeah, you're right.
That's what I do. A lot of people tell me I should be a spokesperson. It is what it is. But you got to really, and I really believe in greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world, because we got power. Why would he say I can heal? You're supposed to be able to heal people with your hand. You're supposed to be able to help your sick brothers and sisters just by your mouth, by your tongue.
Yeah.
Watch your tongue, but we can heal people. We got energy. We are on energy. And my energy is whatever I say, and I want to manifest it. I can do that. I mean, I can do that. I do that. Not that I can. I do it. I have to watch my mouth sometimes, because it would manifest. Things would just, it would come my way.
Whether good or bad.
The power that you have, the faith in yourself to know that that's the power that you have. Straight up. I mean, it's not hard. It's just I don't deal with society. I don't let society tell me what to do. I'm opposite of society. I'm just opposite of it. I got free cars. I got cars in my driveway. I just made a guy get rid of his Mercedes out my here. If you ain't got me the pink slip, don't tell me I could buy it from you. So, blah blah blah. I'm just saying I don't even want that job, because I don't want the deals. I don't want the problem. You don't want the problems. Yeah. So see, we create everything ourselves, though. Right. Whether good or bad, through our thoughts, we're creating everything. No matter what, whether it was the man or woman we was with and why they do, we were the ones that manifested these things in our lives, and our thoughts control all of it. So no matter what thought we're putting on our situations, we're manifesting whatever we're going through. We're manifesting it through our actions.
That's real. Atmosphere is changed the way that it is, because that's a powerful thing right there that you are highlighting. What needs to be corrected in society is thought. That's why the cars, the money, the job, everybody's about to be sitting here with a head not working in a minute. Well, some of us don't have, society don't function to some degree, but we're about to go through a lot where people are going to realize materialism doesn't matter. Like you said, family, love, children, wives, husbands, brothers, sisters. This transcends race. This transcends religion. This transcends gender, even gender identity. It transcends all of that. So we're going to be in it.
And I feel you, yeah. And it's hard to get people on the same page to walk with that, you know. And pretty much you walking alone. That's pretty much like what Yeshua, Jesus, whatever you want to call them, did. They were pretty much alone until those who caught on start walking with him. You know, I don't know. I'm not trying to preach or anything. It's just it's real. It's real out here. And you guys are on point. I mean, what you guys are saying is straight on point. That's why I'm on here, because it's like everybody else is on here trying to get a check or whatever, blah, blah, blah. The conversation, I'm strolling through, looking at people's conversation. It's like, you guys don't understand what's about to happen to you.
And don't.
You're not waking up to find out really what's about to happen to you.
Yeah.
With this government, the New World Order, the things that they're doing to put you in a trap. I'm not going to be in a trap. I don't care how I live with this world. He say be in the world, not
of the world. That's right. That's right.
I'm not of it. I'm a rebellion. I didn't even like school. I hated school. They was telling me it wasn't what I want. How do I fail 6 classes of gym because I didn't dress to where you wanted me to dress?
Right.
Now I got 6 classes of gym because I didn't dress the way you wanted me to dress.
Right. Wow.
You're telling me how to do what you want me to do. I want to do what I want to do and figure it out for myself. That's been my life.
Well, see, and that's why you haven't worked since you haven't had a 9 to 5 since '85, because you created your own way, your own life, and you didn't let nothing stop you. That's where I think people, they give up on themselves, they give up on their dreams. They say the best dreams and the best ideas are where? In the cemetery, because most people took them with them. They never attempted they never attempted to be better. They never attempted to strive or to stick with it. They just, when things didn't go so well, they just gave up. Well, Jesus came to show us the possibilities of man. He never said nothing about no impossibilities. He told people, don't praise me. I'm just your brother, man. I came to show you the way. I came to show you these possibilities, because you can do all things. Everything I can do, you can do better. Anything I can do, you can do too. So you're right. We have healings in our hands. The tongue is sharper. Man, the tongue is worse than anything. The pen is sharper than the sword, but the tongue is mightier than them both. So the tongue can cut you up. You got spirit and truth. Your mouth, your tongue will cause curses and put things on people when you don't use your words correctly.
Come on. And that's real. And these people don't realize that as they speak to people daily. And they don't understand that that's really some of the situations they're in because of their tongue.
Yes.
Speaking the wrong thing, saying the wrong thing.
So
it's energy. It's energy in there.
It is. So you know what? I don't think that it's not enough of us. It is enough of us, because he didn't need many. The prophet said only a few will be saved. The prophet said only a few, and I still have fingers to count. Many are called, few are chosen. We got to look at that as not as saying, the dead people. No, because those chosen ones are enough to move mountains. Those chosen ones are enough to make the masses do what needs to be done. It don't take a lot, because the power is within mother and father. Mother Allah and father Allah, because we don't discount mother. Mother Allah is all. If anything, mother was first.
She was first.
Islam.
I don't see how you could be born. I don't. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna step off the subject here, but when the story of Adam and Eve, how she's gonna be born out of a rib, a grown woman. A grown woman. Now here's where Jesus got to be born. Everything that was born came through a woman.
Yes, of course.
So I get it. I get it. Mother Earth. You have Opressus and you have Sophia before you.
Okay, then.
So, a lot of this is just what they feed us, and then it's up to you to research and go through yourself to embrace it for what you know. Let it resonate with your heart, because like you say, when times come, people gonna have a hardened heart. It's how your heart gonna be. You judge by your heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to just be ramming off, but it's just I don't know. It's I don't know. It's a trip. It's just I wish our people could come together and, like you say, many are called, few are chosen. A few is chosen, and some don't take the calling. Some do, some don't. It's like I feel like I'm not doing nothing with myself, but I know I am. But it's just I don't know. I'm looking for. I don't know what I'm looking for because I got everything that I could imagine on this earth. But other than that, I got peace. Like I said, I'm to myself. I'm by myself. And I guess that's my peace God want me to have. But I don't know. It's just I have a crazy life. Like I say, half the movies you guys watch from the 80s to the 90s, I created them. I did everything I wanted to do in a sense. I don't know. I just, you guys' conversation just, I love it because you guys are on point. And there needs to be a lot more of these conversations. Just, I don't know, because if I could do it without a job, I get so tired of people saying what they can't do and how hard it is without a man, without a woman, blah, blah, blah. It's that affectionate stuff, but man, it's crazy because I could do it. I'm doing it. Not that I can't. I'm doing it. And it's like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. It's just I don't know because it works for me. I guess I feel yes I'm chosen in a sense, but I don't know. I don't see the struggle that people have. And I see that they have the struggle because they cause the struggle in a sense. So like the young man earlier and the young lady said, some people want to be homeless because they don't want the responsibilities.
Yeah.
I built I had a studio in my garage. God told me to take that studio down and build an ADU. An ADU is an added-on unit, like 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, apartment, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 rooms here. I was going to rent out for nurses, traveling nurses. There's so many ways you can make money.
Yes, it is.
I don't have to work.
We're creative beings. We were never really meant to do such a thing. We stepped away from our creativity when we were bartering with one another before any of this money thing came into play. Everyone had a talent and everyone was able to help each other. So that's why we didn't suffer. And I was saying earlier, we're not too far from that. Wherever we decided to come off the boat, wherever we decided to get off and decide to do whatever they told us to do is what messed us up. But we are not too far from that. We are so close to that because my grandmother sewed. She made our clothes. We learned how to make pillows. Home ec was a part of what we did in school. So we ain't far from that. We can't be talking about, oh, that's ancient stuff. No, it's not. It's just happened not long ago.
Not long. It ain't even 100 years old that we was living this way daily without any amenities that we have now.
Right.
So it ain't but 200 years old itself too. So all this stuff of us being so far away from living off the land and living in sync with nature, it ain't but 200 some years old. Like it ain't as old as you think it is. That's only generations. That ain't that old. Exactly. My grandma shopped in grocery stores. My grandma was shopped in markets, farmers market.
Exactly. My grandmother only went to the butcher because everything else she grew in the yard. So the only time she really went anywhere was to the butcher to get some meat. That was it.
Absolutely. Great grandma and them had their own chickens. Oh, I'm sorry, Queen.
Go ahead, Sister Shonda.
They had their own chicken and I thought Shonda was speaking. Yeah, learning from great grandma, wringing the necks off the chicken and making her own butter, blah 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 blah. I'm 60. I come from 1962, but I still saw a lot and just figured it out. I slept in the park for 5 years, so I know what home is. I slept in the park and was in movies.
But sometimes people don't understand that. They think, because I've worked with a lot of celebrities here on different sets, on different things. Just because you see someone on TV shining, please don't think that their life is together. Because the first thing they gonna tell you is lonely, I'm unhappy, their energy be off. Sometimes they nice, the next day they might not be nice. Y'all have to understand. I've dealt with a lot of these celebrities like every single day because I have to be on set with them every day. I'm showing up to their house. So I'm a part of their whole life at this point. So to find they're human. So to find out they ain't no different from you. They go through the same hurts and pains, the same money issues, the same everything. Some of them have. Some of them you would right now can go see them in their car sleep. And you like, but wait, you got a Grammy. You got an Emmy. You got all of that. Nah, that means nothing. I've done all of that. And still.
That's our illusion out here as the person, the watcher of them. We're seeing them and we assume, she got all them diamond on Love and Hip Hop. She must own them for real.
No, she rented them.
Notice how she didn't even drive in front of you. It was just sitting there and she took a picture in front of you. Like, no.
That's the trophy. That's the trophy that they look for to call themselves successful. Mm-hmm. Like I say, you're successful when you could lay hands on people and heal them.
That's right.
You're successful when you could get whatever you want by the calling of whatever you ask for.
It's for other people and other resources, like not just throwing it up for yourself, but actually using it to be part of mankind. But then some of them do really have $1 million or billions of dollars, and they sit down.
It still ain't nothing. The money ain't. I got $1 million. It still ain't nothing. It still ain't nothing. It's not gratitude. It's not happiness. I got $1 million. Like I said, I just won a lawsuit for a couple of more million. So it ain't gonna do nothing for me, but go to my kids when I die. That's all I really want is for my kids to be, because they're gonna go through a lot of crap on this earth when I leave, because they're the next generation, so.
And they may not, because they may not. We can't say that. You can't say what God has planned for this place. We can't say that. We could be the sacrificial sacrifices for our children so that they do live better once we leave this place. Yeah. So I think we are paying the price for them already. I feel we already paying the price for them. They won't. If we do what's right and if we do what we're supposed to do, as a collective of people that are these chosen, conscious, whatever, loving people, if we do what we're supposed to do, no, our children will not. I ain't even going to speak that on our babies.
Yeah, well, I mean, my kids don't ask me for nothing. They struggling on their own. They don't ask me for nothing. Not a dime. I have to, matter of fact, I'm going to see them just to give them some money.
Oh, that's nice.
They got their own money. So
that's nice.
I love my kids. They're so humble. They like me. They don't care. Not to say that they don't care, but they're not chasing the world.
The world is that's good.
They're not, like I say, my thing is, I like to heal people. He say I leave greater works than you that was in me. Why would you leave me all that power? I have to use that.
Gotta
power.
Use it,
so
yeah.
Your tongue, your hands, your abilities to help others, to show them like, hey, look, man, I'm human like you. We're supposed to heal each other. I haven't been to the hospital but once with that COVID. I've never been in the hospital. Never. Mm-hmm. I'm 62. The life I live, I'm asking God, like, I mean, not asking him, but I'm thanking him for the life that I do live, because the way I live it, and There's things I don't go through like other people, and other people out here struggling.
Yeah.
And got jobs and struggling.
Yep.
Pay bills. To pay bills that they create. Really, they create those bills. I'm not going about to have a debt. I don't believe in a debt system. I don't believe in it. And now they want to give you credit cards to keep you in debt.
Yeah,
you can't buy nothing with credit card just to keep you in their system. The beast system. That's the beast to me.
Yeah.
It's their system.
What was you gonna say?
Being destroyed in our lifetime, so the babies don't have to deal with it.
Yep, that's what I feel. We are at this time. We gotta understand prophecy is taking its place. So, like more than ever, we should be definitely holding on. What they say, holding on. You should be holding on, because I'm telling you, hold on to Allah's unchanging hand, because Allah's hand don't change. Allah's hand don't change. So you hold on to that unchanging hand. Believe me. Good.
So what are we holding on? You're right. It's like holding on to what? I'm trying to, and that's where I'm at right now. It's like, what am I holding on to? I don't know. It's just funny. I don't know. I don't know. I'm waking up on this Sunday. I'm in California, and I'm like waking up to, I don't know. I don't know. What am I holding on to? What is it all about? What is it all about? 62 years of trying to figure out what is it all about, and like I said, it ain't the material. I got everything I want. I'm not tripping off of that. It's, what am I doing? Where am I going? What's really going on? And I'm just trying to figure it out, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm missing. I don't know I don't know. Like I said, I'm not tripping. But I'm tripping because I don't know where it's going or where I'm going. But I know I'm staying out the way. I'm trying to. And more like a prep as well. I stock up on water, food, vegetable food, generators, all that stuff. I'm doing all that. I've been doing that. Ever since I've been homeless, I figured out like, okay, well, this is what I'm gonna need to do is stock up. Always have a stock. And before the expiration date, I definitely give it to others or blah 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 blah. I got freezers full of chicken and meats and stuff. I try and out here it's funny because you try and get this stuff to people and they don't want it.
Oh wow!
Not that they don't want it. It's like, I don't know. It's like I'm trying to get rid of stuff and I can't get rid of it. It's like, I don't know. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy for me. I don't know. I'm just looking for people to. I'm looking for people to just. It's not hard, you guys. It's not hard. You can manifest anything you want from your tongue just by believing, having faith, and knowing that it can manifest. I mean, for real, I have healed people. And when I saw, sometimes I have ran from my power because it's power. It's like, whoa, it's really, whoa, and like I say, I got to watch my mouth sometimes because we have that power. And I don't want nobody to think different because we all got it. It's, man, if we could just unite and do it right, man, you'll see the change. Because I remember the Indians and our African brothers and sisters and mothers, they used to pray for rain. They used to pray for the things to make it better, to heal their own people and go to the bushes and get the teas and the stuff that can heal your body. They didn't need high blood pressure medicine and all that, knowing that all of this stuff is from the doctor to keep you going to the doctor. So why are we still playing that game? Why are we not staying with grandmama's thing? What grandmama used to do and how she used to give us chicken broth to heal things and other things. Why we ain't doing that stuff to keep us alive and going without the system in our system.
Because we ran behind the gods of Europe. We've been running behind gods of Europe we know nothing about. So when we ran behind them, we took on every custom that they decided they was doing in their world. We felt that was better. Their ice was colder than ours. Their water was colder than ours. Their milk was better than. We just thought they had better, and we fell into that instead of keeping in on our own. And the biggest sin we could have ever did was turn our back on our ancestors. That's the biggest sin we could have ever did. We turned our back on our ancestors. We turned our back on Allah. Allah never turned his back on us. We turned our back because we decide we want to live this life. We want to be into our desires and our wants and things that really ain't for us. And that's why the energy that's going on now is saying it's taking away everything that no longer serves you. Everything. So whether you think it's your money, your cars, your this, your that, your this, your woman, your this, it's taking away everything that no longer serves us. Because we need to be more in balance with the creator, with the most high. We are the creators. Who made you? Allah. I made me. My own situations, my own downfalls, my own up climbings, my own everything. Me. I can't blame nobody else but me. And I think once we stop putting the blame on others, other entities, other things, and start looking within, then we can take accountability and things will change. But we got to stop saying that it's everybody else's fault or why this is this way. Nah, we got to change thought, Tahuti, thought. All of that got to change. The thoughts of the people. What you say, Sister Shonda? Go ahead.
No, Islam, you're absolutely right. That's that Mercury.
That Mercury.
And the humbling that's about to come, like all that stuff gonna be taken away. Those who think they got it, it's gonna be worthless for a season.
It is worthless.
I mean, it is worthless, but I'm talking about practicality.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be worthless for a season until these shifts take place. The thing is, even the healers, that's when we're gonna find out who the people of God, Allah really are. Because can you still show up in that so-called healing body when it's calamity? When TikTok shut down and you can't get 1 million views to be famous for calling yourself a astrology reader. Is your astrology still gonna work when you need to navigate the skies? Like that's cool now. No, right? Do you know that? Like, do you know when planting season is, harvesting season is? Because go throw them in the ground on November 21st. Like, if you don't know when plants are, well, some places on November 21st. Here, you plant some seeds on November 21st. I'm in Ohio. You yielding nothing. So that's going to be God's people right there who got all this room in their house and willing to welcome some brothers and sisters in when they have to flee from Virginia to Georgia or to California, or people from California more than likely going to definitely have to get up out of there. It's like, that's when God's people are really going to be revealed. That's why all this stuff is happening. And people, I mean, it's not even say that the people now aren't God's people who are saying that they are, but you're going to really be tested on what you built with, what you made of, what's behind, what you really standing on. Because if it ain't love coming from the heart and pure love, pure Allah love, is going to show up in the sneakiest places, in those desperate places, in that place where you got 2 apples and it's another child right there hungry. Are you gonna cover your 2 apples for you, or are you gonna get that hungry child?
That's right.
No second. That's the type of love that's gonna be getting tested right there. When you, that's the type. That's just it right there. That's gonna be the love that's gonna matter and gonna get you over into the next phase of this thing we call life here.
Pretty much. I like what you say. You know, this scripture in that Bible that you don't work, you don't eat. Funny thing about it is, to me, is that they say you don't work, you don't eat. He's really talking to me about you don't plant your seeds, like you said, Shonda. If you don't go out there and plant your seeds, if you don't know when to harvest your own thing, that's your work. Your work is for you to go out there and harvest. It's not to work for a man. Mm-hmm. It's for you to plow your own fields and do your thing. That's how you eat. Because it was the barter system before they created money.
It was that we worked together. Here, you get the potatoes, you got the cow, you got the milk, you got this, and we put it together and grub. You know, nowadays they say you don't work, you don't eat, and all these people out here getting 2-3 jobs, and you still ain't eating.
Mm-hmm.
You still ain't eating. You making money for somebody. You making money for somebody else. You didn't go get a bucket and put seeds in the bucket in your backyard. Out here in California, the land is, you don't really have no land, pretty much. The wealthy have the land. They got houses right now that ain't even a quarter of an acre. You know, you can hand toilet tissue right next door to you. Because they all build all these 2-story houses. They ain't worth nothing, you know. So if you don't work, you don't eat, and that means plowing your own. Like I said, grandmama used to have chickens running around the yard, you know, and man, grandmama used to know how to make it do what it do. Now people waiting for other people to help them do what they do, and you know, wait on the system to give them what they need instead of them doing what they supposed to do. Every little $20 I get, I go to the supermarket. I'm just saying the little $20 that I get on the side or whatever. I just go to the supermarket and buy what I want, and it stocks up. It just stocks up. I don't wait for checks. I don't wait for once a month or twice a month to do this. I just do it out of spirit or moment of just doing it, to stock up, just to have, and to help other people, you know. And like I say, I haven't worked since 1985, so I don't see how hard it is for these people to do what they do. I created my own atmosphere to where it pays for itself. You don't work, you don't eat. So build something to where other people that do work need your service to pay for your life. That's how they do it. Why can't you do it? You know. I give my tenants, I give them love. Like, okay, this month you don't have to pay. You know, I'll pay it. You know, you don't have to pay the mortgage. You know, matter of fact, I want to pay the house off, but I don't want to pay it off because it still ain't my house. But still, you know, even if I do pay it off, I still got to pay property taxes. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm just going through some things and have to sit down and think about how I'm going to work this system or whatever the system is doing to, I don't know, either help other people. And like I say, out here, it's like people don't, I don't know, they don't even care for your help, really. They do, but it's selfishness. It's help me not, you know, I don't know. It's crazy. It's the energy, and I thank you women, you queens, for letting me be on this panel to talk to you guys, because like I said, I don't talk much, and I don't talk to a lot of people, but I have a lot stored in me that I want to get out to tell people. People come around me just to hear me talk sometimes, but I don't know. Sometimes it works for them, sometimes it don't. Like you say, you got to apply things to your life. Yes. You have to apply these visions and these thoughts that's in your head. At least have good thoughts. Exactly. You see, so if a man think it, so is it. So I think good thoughts. All my negative thoughts, I have to fight. I fight those negative thoughts because that's what I was. Because you have to protect yourself, and I don't want to have to tote nothing to protect myself and my peoples, but it's all in your thoughts. And I have bad thoughts, I have good thoughts, but I overweigh my bad thoughts with my good thoughts. Just, you know, just because that's what I feel I'm supposed to do. But I really thank you guys for letting me chop it up with you guys. You guys are beautiful spirits.
We thank you.
You guys are on point what you guys are talking about. So you got a deep conversation, deep subject. And it's for those who want to listen. And like I said, I'll be strolling because I stroll through these things because, like she said, people are trying to get a TikTok check. I want a TikTok check, but I don't feel like being up here on no slave. It's another way of being a slave to the system that you got to entertain people. Like I said, I come from entertainment, and I ain't trying to entertain nobody no more if it ain't going to benefit them and make them, you know, do what it do. because this entertainment ain't nothing. I'm telling you, I am Hollywood.
Yeah.
I created Boys in the Hood, Baby Boy. Those was my life stories. I gave to a graduate from school. They offered me $2 million for those. My team turned it down. I was in the movie Breaking 1, Electric Boogaloo. I'm the one got thrown on the car. I did Hot Moves, Once Bitten. Just a lot of, just to go back and say where I come and what I did. And none of that is nothing to me. And it's just nothing. It's just, I'm still on my spiritual journey. You know, like I say, it's not the finances. I got money. I got money. It's not that. It's just a spiritual journey, and I like peace. I want peace. I got peace, but I want to share my peace.
I know that's right. He said,
how can you share your peace? You know, and just want everybody to say, look, we all could do this. It's not hard. We all could do this. We can do this. You know, and it's not hard. It's just believe in what you say. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in you. Like I say, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. All those things I do and say, and it really manifests. And my biggest one is, greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. Because you got to know the greatness is in you. To heal people, to care for people, to love people, to do the things that you need to do. And it's in you. It's just there. It's in you. It's in you. It's what you give to the universe. And like I say, like you guys said from the beginning, this is Mother Earth. Mother Earth birthed us. So it's not man. Like I say, I have a lot of discrepancies about the Bible, but some of the things in there is good. But all that, it's a lot that that's King James Version. I really try and do the Ethiopian Bible, you know, to get my knowledge from, to be who I am and who I want to be.
Okay.
You queens keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. We appreciate you coming on.
Excuse me.
We appreciate you coming on. You have an amazing Sunday.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna push you guys follow.
Okay.
Follow you.
And we'll follow you back.
Just hear you guys, because you guys are saying the best things that I see on TikTok right now. You guys are talking about the best thing, even though you guys I don't see a lot of followers, but anyway, okay. I just hope you guys grow and keep going with these topics, and I'm sorry if I was talking about what I got and what I'm doing. But it's just, I'm just trying to show you guys that my life is not a hard life, but it's not an easy life. But it's if they're chasing material things, and that's what people are doing, they chasing it. I don't chase nothing. I don't have to. I could just ask for it and I get it. I ain't chasing nothing. I'm not. So I want to thank you guys again.
Brother,
What'd you say, sis?
Pardon me?
I just said peace and love. I hit the follow on your account too.
Yeah, I don't know how to work this stuff. I'm new to it. I don't know how to do none of this stuff. So I don't know what you're following, but I'm here, I guess. I'm not on here. I'm not on here live. This is my first time ever talking to somebody.
Wow. Okay.
I'm in and out. So
okay.
I wish everybody the best of luck. I pray for you guys to have the best of, I don't want to say luck, but the faith to manifest any and everything you guys are looking for.
Yeah.
And hope everything grow your way, and maybe we'll talk again, and maybe I could help donate or something. I don't know how to do this stuff on here, but
that's sweet. Thank you.
I deserve something. I will learn. I have to get on here to learn this stuff, but it's all good.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We just are here to give the message. It's like I never read where Jesus was necessarily charging where Prophet Noble Drew Ali was charging, where any other prophet was necessarily charging for some information. So I feel like if you really have the love of Allah and you're really about the work, you get out here and you just do it because you have a love for the people. It has nothing to do with no monetary money. Like, please, this is information to help you for the rest of your life. Why wouldn't I want my brothers and sisters to be good in that way without charge?
That's what I tell the students that I teach for filming. I tell them, look, what I learned in 62 years and what I've been through, I could teach you guys in a month. Yeah. And you guys could be on the level you guys need to be on. You don't have to take all these classes and years and blah 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 to do things. So that's what I teach the kids as well. You know, I got 62 years of this street life. You know, going through what I went through, but you know, I give it back to the students that's in these film schools, excuse me, in these film schools and stuff. So yeah, man, like I say,
thank you.
You guys healed my spirit this morning. I want to thank you. You healed my spirit by letting me speak. Let me just, it's man, you guys did a good job in me.
Thank you.
This was a, I'm getting emotional. Look.
Oh, no.
Good experience for me. Just talking, you know. I love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Latte and Chandra.
You're welcome,
Thank
of course.
Thank you.
Thank you. Honest to you.
Yeah, you guys do. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there, and I hope I can catch up with you guys again.
Yes.
You know, and communicate. And Chandra, you can also, I don't know how to tap for it to join you. I saw you say join. I didn't know if I would tap it and mess up anything. But now you delete the whole thing. So I didn't want to tap that and then lose you. Okay. But you guys keep the conversation going. May Allah bless you guys to the fullest, and keep doing what you're doing. And if I can help in any kind of way, I don't know how to ring a bell or whatever to say. Just, I'm here though.
Brother, you will see us on here again.
Yeah, we'll be back.
God bless you, women.
You too.
I don't know if that's a good term for you guys.
No, that's
blessings to you guys.
Yes, you too. Yes, you're fine.
The Most High bless you, women, and keep doing what you're doing, even if it's just two of y'all. From what I thought was just.
Oh yeah, we don't stop. We don't stop. It could be two. It could be me out here by myself. I'm still riding for Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, in the Bible it says two or more gathered in my name. That's Matthew 18:19. Two or more gathered in my name, I'll be in the midst of whatever you ask and pray upon. I will be in the midst, and it shall manifest. He didn't say it might. He said it shall manifest. That's like you and your husband or your wife, your friend, whoever say, I agree with you to make this happen, it will happen.
I agree.
Faith and keep God in it. Like, you know what? I'm about to go buy me a house. Okay, well, how you gonna? I bought houses and didn't have a job.
I'm about to go buy me a house. I agree.
Yeah. I agree. I'm in agreement.
I agree.
That's right.
I agree with you.
I'm about to go buy.
I've been on the top of the hills with these people just by doing that. Go up there and just talk to the Most High God. I say, I want that house over there. Like I said, I had 3 houses without a job.
Okay.
So, and God will give it to you in His timing, but you do have to do a little bit of work going towards it.
Yeah.
You can't just say I want it and then get it. But like you say, 2 or more gathered in my name, I'll be in agreement with
Thank you.
and I will make it manifest. He said He promised you that.
Thank you.
And, so. Those are the words I live by a lot. You know, I know it's the King James version, but some of the versions is good versions. And, you know, but you guys can manifest whatever you want by speaking of your tongue. Be powerful and get it. Because if I could do it, I know y'all can do it. Like I said, I have no problem of anything because I could do it. And I do
Yes.
it. So
It's
I'm
live.
going to go. And you
Okay.
queens, take care of yourself. God
You
bless.
too.
And,
God bless you.
Have a good one.
You too. Peace and love.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Islam sis, oh my goodness, your dynamicness. You see what I mean? Your dynamicness be everything, sis. You be giving it. You be giving it. See, the brothers, they need this. I feel like the brothers be needing it. Like, we be bringing the brothers.
Ain't that crazy? I mean, that ain't even crazy. It'd be amazing.
That is amazing. It's like, whoa, the brothers, the sisters don't come on here for nothing. Well, we had Sister Kimmy the other day. But I'm saying we mainly get these brothers, and that's really, I think it's really dope to hear them. Because I was just saying this the other day. I think a lot of them just want to be heard. They just want to talk. Not even necessarily maybe even want a response, but they're looking for a way to get it out without feeling judged or, I look weak. I ain't strong. I ain't no gangster. You know what I'm saying? So, like, but it's all right. It's all right. You got to talk it out. You got to get it out. And what better way to do it than with your sisters?
Absolutely. That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Mm-hmm.
I feel we have a certain energy because men don't open up like that. Brothers don't just open up.
Look, is that a new platform we need to be?
Maybe so. Maybe so, sis, because they just, that's just not something they do to just open up to us to say anything, what they're feeling, how they're feeling, what's going on with them. But to hear that, it touches, and it might touch us different being boy, because we got these boys and our sons. What was you gonna say?
I said that's that love, that matriarch energy they feel in that Venus love energy.
Yeah.
It's opening. It's revealing. It's healing.
It's revealing and
That
healing.
That conversation. Like you said, he got emotional at the end. You never know what all somebody's dealing with when they just really want to be heard.
Yes.
It ain't necessarily about their problems, but they just need to be able to talk.
Yes.
That's all. But I'm glad he joined this.
I am too, and you really, man, you went in today. I really am loving that. I'm really trusting that people will stop looking at astrology and these things from such a low vibrational point, but actually start looking at it from the highest science of who we are at that. So that we are able, because when you be breaking it down, it really start helping me understand the energy that I may be exuding out that could be causing certain extra stuff to happen due to the fact. But you brought that to my attention where I started paying more attention. Like, we learn to work with this instead of trying to talk about what it's doing against us. So now we try to be against it instead of working with it. And I'm grateful for you for that. I have so much gratitude to you for that, for a lot, because when you did my gematria
birth chart.
Yeah, when you did my charts and stuff, and you were taking me into explaining different points of my life or the different reasonings or things that were going on, it opened me up so much to where I'm like, man, pay better attention to these things. When the new moon comes, girl, go in there and get you a bath, soak in some salt. Like really starting to pay attention. Because my sister Isha does it all the time. Like, she does these things in ritual with everything that goes on, right? But like, the more I'll be listening to you speak, I know she does it, but I don't be on it like she be on it because she knows it more. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Sister Sean, all right, y'all. Y'all both right here. You on this side, she on this side. I'm like, I guess I'm supposed to be paying attention.
Right, look, and even knowing it, sometimes you need that reminder, because I get out of sync sometimes. Sometimes I'm really, really in sync, and then life has a way of jarring us out of our focus. It don't really take us out of sync, but it shakes our focus, and we stop paying attention to the cycles, I think. So I think we all need a reminder to get in sync with nature. Like, this is, it's a going out, and if we flow with it, it'll be easy. If you resist it, that's when it's gonna be painful.
Yeah.
But care. We already don't watch TV. So
right.
They shut the TV off. That ain't changing our life, not one bit.
Not one bit.
So it's little things like that. You addicted to meat. When they take the meat away, that's gonna be a pain point.
Right, exactly.
Tobacco or even sugar, when it's not readily accessible, that's gonna be a pain spot. But if you already on your holistic journey and healing, and hey, it's just gonna be a change, but it's not gonna be dramatic. It's just gonna be like, okay, time to adjust, like we do with everything else in our lives.
Yeah, we just have to adjust. Someone said the highest science is Yahuwah. I mean, we're not taking away from that. If that's what you want to put a name in a certain whatever you want to put on it. At the end of the day, it's the energy. Nature is the highest science. I don't care. Ain't nothing going higher than that. Nature, the nectar. To me, that's the highest science. But if that's go ahead.
Again, that's why I was talking about Mercury and all the deities have been overpowered the essence of Mercury, because nobody is taken away from the creator. But yes, Mercury is part of the creation, but it participates in the cycle, just like we participate in the cycle. Mercury is science. No, it's not Allah. No, it's not Yahweh or Yahuwah, if you want to assign that name to it. But nobody's taken away from the creator to point out the fact that creation was put here for us to work with.
Yes.
All of it. Well, we got to come see. That's another reason why the universe is doing what it's doing, though. Because in a minute, we're going to find out Yahweh is Yahweh, Allah, I don't know, whatever word you want to attribute to it. Those are human constructs.
Yep.
So that is just a part of the high science we use to create language. So that word isn't God. That word is high science used to put together a language.
Islam, sis. Come on now. Let's talk about it. Because we learned in signs and symbols, all these words and letters and stuff. We wasn't rocking with that stuff before.
At all. That came later. And maybe the evolution of language was necessary. But it definitely took away from, again, that essence of nature, where I could think a thought and my sister Tay could just pick it up, which we can do that now, but we know that's not what the masses do. Or we don't recognize that we do it, because we do. I'll be sitting here and I'm thinking about you and you call me, or
vice versa.
So it's definitely going on. But yeah, those letters, YAHAH, that evolved over time. So that's why I think that's so silly when people want, his name is Yahweh. No, it's Yahweh. No, it's Jesus. No, it's Yeshua. It's the evolution of language. Like, that's silly. We all know that Jay didn't exist 500 years ago, or whatever the medical thing is, but that's the name that's attributed to him now. It's not an argument.
Exactly.
That's why the universe is doing what it's doing. Because you're going to find out a cow is only a cow if you say so.
I love it. A cow is only a cow because you called it a cow. Literally. I love it. I love it.
I'm about to make this thing be for us so that we can stop being so arrogant.
Yes. Come on, ego. Yes. Thinking we got it, because that is the thing. The more I talk to certain people, they can be Nation of Islam, Hebrew Israelite, Nuwabian, or more. It's all of this that I know, egotistical stuff. But no nobility whatsoever within them. There's no nobility there. I don't like to even call it humbleness. There's no nobility in you.
Nobility. Yeah, we don't put this much emphasis on making sure we're operating out of love. We're more acceptable of a person. Let's say if I was a Hebrew Israelite, I would be more accommodating to a person that used Yahweh than I would to a person who's expressing me love, all because of a word.
That part.
So my brother is the person that treats me with love, not the person that calls God the same name that I do.
Exactly.
No. And then the evolution of Yahuwah or Yahweh, that was interesting too, because I don't hear the Israelites speak as much about when they were a polytheistic nation themselves, and Yahweh was just one of a multiplicity of gods that they worship. But again, because of war, because Yahweh was a Canaanite war god. So So because of war that dominated those lands and those territories, that's how Yahweh became the dominant God in that land. Not by any divine revelation or presentation, because we all claim the same divine right. We all claim to have, I have a divine revelation from Allah. I'm not knocking anybody's divine revelation by the name they use of Yahweh, but it's all divine revelation. We just want to put a name on it to own it, and don't nobody own God.
That's right, and put a name on it, not only to own it, but to act like we're one up on everyone else, and we're not. We're not. You're not one up on anyone because we say Allah don't make us one up on a Christian that says God or Jesus. Then no, we call Prophet Noble Drew Ali Jesus come again.
Right.
But we ain't running around beating it in your head saying, nah, but you gonna call Jesus Prophet Noble Drew Ali. We ain't doing that. You gonna call God Allah. No, you're gonna call God based on if you call him God, Yahuwah, whatever. Go for it.
One of the sad things about, and I'm gonna highlight the sister that wanted some attention earlier that she wasn't gonna get, but for this statement, I'm a highlighter that this is the low vibration of humanity right now. Mm-hmm. That of all the vast greatness that was discussed, that two people found it a calling of theirs to come into the comments and to try to be disruptive. Now, two different polarities. But Gertrude commented saying some regular stuff. I don't know if you've seen her.
I did, and you got her up out of there. I was like, "That's what's up," because I was about to say something. I was about to go in, but I guess he or she went away. Whatever.
Yeah, because I considered it too when I said, I just kept saying to myself, she control. Well, and even when we look at these movies, understand that these beings that they created, they're mirroring humans. So that's what a troll is. They just go, they hang around, and they try to cause disruption. But you got spiritual instigators too, or like the Bible will call you a Pharisee or a Sadducee, where people want to come and interject their religious doctrines or religious truth and make somebody irrelevant.
Right.
Because you're not operating out of love. And if your religion is not promoting love, then what is it doing for you? Is it making you exclude people? Is it making you interrupt environments? Like the Hebrew Israelites get so much traction on the internet, the ones that do those storming into churches. Ain't no creator called you to go and disrupt nobody else's religious environment, nobody else's peace. So when you throwing names of God out there, be aware of that, because I'm only gonna say Allahu Akbar to somebody that understands what that means. Otherwise, that's just me saying something ridiculous. Or we say Islam. Yes, I say that to people. When my father says something to me, I don't read my dad Islam because that don't mean nothing.
Right.
That type of confusion in me and his relationship, and that's just how silly we are with. See, y'all better learn how to recognize evil in the secret space. That's a secret space where evil was hiding that under the cloak of religion or the cloak of jumping on somebody's live and saying Tyrone and Shaniqua. You're the Shaniqua boo because Shaniqua does what you just did. She's a disruption to an environment. That's what the Shaniqua stand for. So you're the Shaniqua, not us.
Yes.
We in our house.
Yes, and then she say something about the Popeyes and EBT people. I'm like, sweetheart, I don't even eat meat. So you on the wrong doggone live anyway. You don't even know who you're talking to. So whoever you're trying to offend, you must be only offending yourself.
Like, you tell me where to get the EBT card at, that you must have one and know they giving them out.
Right, because they sure won't give me one.
Don't insult me with no false truth.
Exactly. Tell me where they giving them out, because they ain't gave me one.
They ain't gonna know. This is a little minute sign of it that what I call, the other day we were talking, I call it lunch brain, where people just cannot take peace within themselves. So when they see peace, whatever, if it's stillness, if it's quietness, if it's love being shown, they gotta be the disruption.
But that's them NPCs. That's what they call them, NPCs.
And the time is over for them. That's why they glitching out. Like, the time is over. Y'all running out of time, and y'all know that the programming, like, as we are evolving, you see how she sat there and it didn't disrupt the live. Like, y'all really being ignored right now.
Yeah, like ain't nobody paying attention to your ignorance because it's so low vibrational that you can tell you're stuck in a 2D. I ain't even gonna give you 3D, baby. You stuck in a 2D world because we don't even see you. That's how unseen you are. We gave back to Seizure what belonged to Seizure.
Exactly.
Seizure.
So, that's it. That's what we had. And I definitely enjoyed it. I'm going to definitely, because I like how you put that too, and I wrote that down, like bringing astrology from the low vibration into the high science of it all. I'm going to use that expression because that's really what it's got to be, because we low vibrational with it. Mm-hmm. And that's, we looking at mundane things. Like I said, one of the reasons I withdrew from wanting to do readings for people, because I'm doing all this study and I'm into medicinal astrology and holistic healing and trying to help people integrate their emotions and their mental. And then everybody wants to know, like, well, what's my boyfriend doing?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And it's like, well, I can't only see what your boyfriend's doing if I read his chart. But reading your chart, it says that you need to work on these things. People don't want that self-reflection, but if you really understood the power and what these planets were really, the force that was being generated to them, it'd be more respect. Like, I got sisters that I know y'all love nature. You be on the moon cycle. You be reminding me about the moon cycle. I'm like, oh, she's in the moon.
Yes. But it's because, like I told you, but it's because of Isha. When she be like, oh, it's a new moon. I'd be like, let me go see what moon is it, because she be honest. So it does make me stay in tune. So that's what I love about my sisters. I learn so much from y'all, but it also helps me stay in tune with what is going on. Because even though I might keep you in tune, you still come back to say, hey, Latae, that Sagittarius in you is tripping with that Scorpio and that Taurus. Like, you're able to, and I'm like, oh, okay, I need to check myself. Let me watch my mouth. Let me not get into no conflicts. Let me not say nothing to nobody. I'm learning that too from you, like how to hold my peace when necessary. Because sometimes I don't even say a doggone thing because it's going to cause a whole bunch of ruckus.
Absolutely. I stay having to rest my daggone mouth. Yeah, and then definitely, like I was saying earlier, like moving into the end these last days into July and August, like we gotta really push love and make it, make love be what we exude through most things. Now we can't be no fools, so I ain't gonna say all.
Okay, right.
Because that's the energy that's gonna swing around here, and when that pendulum swings back, on the vibration of love, so that pendulum gonna feel like an axe.
Oh, that pendulum's coming back like the sword of justice. Remember when I told you Donald Trump was up there dancing with the sword and he was going. Yeah. I said, he's swinging. It's coming. It's coming. It's gonna be taking heads. It's gonna be taking heads. So that's that pendulum. That's that sword of justice. What do they call it?
And that makes total sense. Yep, that makes total sense because we'll be breathing right on through Virgo, right into Libra. That's that justice season. So, and we're about to return in the Libra season as we pass through Virgo and get into that Libra, October 22nd. And that's right around Libra season because that's my projection. October 22nd is when I'm saying the next big shift of energy is going to take place where it's going to get worse before it gets better. Yes, indeed.
I love you, sis. Oh, thank you so much for today. Whenever you want to come back, if we do Friday, that's fine. But if you feel you have an itch to come back because you see something in these planets, let's come back. Whether it's on your live, whether I do a live, let's come back and see what's going on. Maybe by Wednesday in the mid part.
Definitely on Friday because I'm about to dive into these planets now. I got Mercury had me so excited. I got to get out of Mercury.
Okay. Well, get back to yours, and I'm gonna get back to creating this podcast show. I'm working on some things with some characters, so this is really getting fun. I'm really learning this AI thing. I'm really doing some dope stuff with it. So, man, yeah. So you go on to your things, and I'm gonna go on and get into our other portion of what we're all bringing together. I'm so excited what everyone is doing.
Definitely. Okay, peace and love.
Peace and love, sis. Islam, you guys. Islam, peace and love. What an amazing build. You know, TikTok, we get so much more engagement. I don't know what went wrong on this one today, but it didn't even show up on Facebook like it usually does to show that I'm live on YouTube. But it's all right. Everything tries to oust out the energy, but it don't matter because this is on there. This is on YouTube. I will share it. You can go back and listen to it. It was a great build. Sometimes you never know whose life you can change. Sometimes you never know that some people just need an ear to listen. And you being that ear to listen can change their whole life. It could change their day. You never know what that person might have been attempting to do today in this time and hour. So this is why love is so important. This is why we must exude it every way possible, from every angle, from every energy. No matter what, even if someone's coming at you in the wrong way, in a mean way, in an evil way, just tap back into that love energy. And the love energy that you carry within yourself will exude out and they'll remove themselves. Because that love is something that I promise you, even the worst energy can't take. That love energy disturbs demons. That love energy will make a person run away from you. So exude it as much as possible to one another. Where it's deserved, that like Sister Shonda said, now we ain't talking about in every situation, but where it's deserved to be, exude it. Where you know that it can make a difference and a change in someone, place it there. Stop being so selfish with it because you think it comes dressed up some certain kind of way. Peace and love.